Okay, so now we want to adjust our image, and it's a good idea to save often. So we haven't saved this yet, so we want to go File, and let's just save as here, or save depending on where you're at. So while you're working on a document, it's really good to save it as a Photoshop document, PSD, and then we'll go over other saving it as different file formats later. But PSD is a really good document format while you're working on it. So and to set up some things, so in my documents I would set up a folder here, so I've got like 134 digital design, and then to call it something that you will be able to find later on. So a good idea would be 134, so you always know that that relates to that course. Shift underscore, and then some sort of useful comment for working. So in this case we'll just go texture 01, and you might want to type a texture or something like that, and that's probably enough to have while you're working. So hit save. So now we've got a new texture. And we want to just clean this up. It's not too bad, but I just wanted to show you some useful ways of working. By default it's set to background, and you can see over here in the layers palette, bring that up, that pull it down, that it's locked. It's got a little lock onto it. So if we double click and just go OK, so now we've unlocked it. There's a few ways of adjusting it. Sort of the old dirty way is under image adjustments, and we can hit levels quick adjustment, and we've got a histogram here, and we can pull that across, and it makes, you can see the background starting to disappear, so it's those sort of lighter pixels, and if we pull this one it'll make it darker, so you can sort of get it darker. But what that does is it is non-reversible unless you hit undo. You can't go back and adjust that. So what we want to do is, if we come down to the layers palette, and we've got a few options down here, down the bottom, create new fill or adjustment layer. So we want to do that, and if we just hit the adjustment layer, get something that looks exactly the same as the levels, but what it does is creates a new layer above, and so we can then, no, we don't want to adjust that one, we want to adjust this one over a bit, and I actually want to get rid of that grid, see how far we go, maybe just bring that back a bit. So in this case we've got a really black and white image, and that's probably not too bad for what we're doing. So okay, and what that now gives us is a new layer that controls that. So I can delete it, turn that layer on and off, not delete it, turn it on and off, and I can see what's going on. So we've still got the original back there, and if we want, we can double click in and adjust that so we can bring it back. So I'll turn it on, and we can adjust that. So it's non-destructive, and that's for as you go on in the School of Design, that'll become more important. So we've just adjusted the levels and sort of done it in a non-destructive way.